Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Clippers MyNBA series here on NBA 2K24, and it's a big one for your Los Angeles Clippers because this is the second play-in game. If we win, we make the playoffs. If we lose, we go home. It's do or die time as we are at the Phoenix Suns, who lost their first game against Minnesota. Here are your lineups for both squads. Phoenix Suns rolling with Jordan Goodwin, Bradley Beal, Josh Okogie, Kevin Durant, and DeAndre Ayton. No Devin Booker in the lineup for Phoenix. He's out for the rest of the year with a spinal injury. So we'll have to watch the matchup of Leonard versus Durant, as this should be a good one. The Suns lost in the first playing game, 132 to 98 to the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are now the 7th seed. So it is time to find out who will be the 8th seed. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content. As we are underway here at the Footprint Center, time to find out who will be the 8th seed, as it was the Clippers who won the tip. And they have the ball to begin. As James Harden over to Westbrook now, dribbles left side off the screen and lobs it up for Plumlee, but on the same page. Harden able to collect it, gets it back over to Plumlee again, who with 1 second misses the turnaround hook shot. Phoenix Suns now with the ball. They're currently rocking their statement black unis, while it will be the Clippers in the white. First points of the day will go to Jordan Goodwin off of the step back, and the former Washington Wizard gets the Suns on the board to begin the day. James Harden on the next possession. Swings it over to Kawhi at the top of the key, being guarded tightly by Durant. Leonard now from the mid-range. It's good. Mid-range king Kawhi Leonard, who averaged 20.6 points per game this season, hits the first shot of the day for the Los Angeles Clippers, who won 12 of 13 to end the regular season. They won the play-in game. That's 13 out of 14 games they have won going into this one. While to end the regular season, the Suns, they lost 10 straight. So it's an 11-game losing streak now for Phoenix after losing to Minnesota. So two teams on completely different trajectories going into this one, as Bradley Beal hit the layup. He had a very good season against the Los Angeles Clippers, averaged 25.5 points per game in the 4 times these two teams met. So somebody else to look out for Phoenix, especially with Devin Booker injured. Leonard tried a tough fadeaway that rattles around the rim and goes out, as Josh Okogie on the other end grabs the rebound. Over to Kevin Durant, now back over to Beal. Gets a screen left side. Inside now for Ayton, who spins off of Plumlee. Doesn't go up with it. Instead, it ends up to Durant at the top of the key. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Here is your key matchup, and it is Leonard who wins this one. He forces the miss from Durant. Paul George grabs the rebound, and he will pause. Paul George absent for a lot of those matchups. He was out for 3 months with a dislocated left patella, and he has been on fire since coming back, but it's Russell Westbrook who gets the shot on the low hook, and we're all knotted up at 4 apiece. Westbrook did not have the best numbers shooting-wise this year, but he was very efficient as a leader on the offense. I would definitely say Westbrook paid his dues. He definitely helped out the offense, as there is a miss by Bradley Beal, by DeAndre Ayton with the putback, and it is now 6-4. George will bring it up this time for the Clippers. He gets the screen left side from Plumlee and takes it to the basket over Ayton. Nice finish from Paul George, one of the best at finishing at the rim. He averaged 23.9 points per game and 6.3 rebounds on the road this season. And we're going to have that continue here tonight. Bradley Beal off of the double screen, gives it up for Ayton, who gets hacked by Plumlee. He will go to the line. Speaking of Bradley Beal, he had 23 points in that loss to Minnesota. DeAndre Ayton hits the first free throw, and the big man hits the second, and once again, the Suns out to a 2-point lead. Leonard will dribble it up the court this time. He'll come face-to-face with Durant, trying to take the Durantula one-on-one. Leonard just pulls from 3 straight away off the mark. Rebounded by Goodwin. Here come the Phoenix Suns. Over now to Bradley Beal. He's going to be guarded by James Harden in this one. Now swings over to Durant, who pulls from the mid-range 2, and it's in. Kevin Durant with a 2-pointer. He had a 22.7 point per game average this season, acquired last year at the trade deadline from the Brooklyn Nets. And he's formed quite the trio out here, quartet, now that Bradley Beal is in Phoenix. As there's James Harden on the layup. 26 points per game for him this season. He was named to an All-Star appearance. Obviously, the big acquisition for Los Angeles in the season when they acquired him from the Philadelphia 76ers, as he has really helped out this Clippers offense. He's currently guarding Bradley Beal, who nice cut, gets inside over Plumlee, and he gets it to go. Bradley Beal, the former Washington Wizard as well, with 2 more points, and he's getting off to a pretty hot start in this one. 12-8 is your score. As now his former Wizard teammate in Westbrook with the ball. Gives it up to Leonard on the post, trying to back down Kevin Durant. Pump fakes, goes up the left and in, and this time is Kawhi Leonard who gets the best of Durant down low. Gets 2 more points, now cuts it to a 2-point lead once more. Teams continue to go back and forth here in the early going as Goodwin drives inside. He will step out of bounds. And we'll go to the end of the first quarter where the Suns have a 29-28 lead over the Clippers. A pretty even contest through 1. As we're now about halfway through the second, and it's the Clippers who have a 1-point lead. So this is 2 teams just continue to go tit for tat in this one. You can tell both of these teams are definitely fighting for a playoff spot. It's been tough basketball here in the early going, as here's Ayton off of Plumlee with the hook, and it's good. The 2018 number 1 overall pick out of Arizona with the points, and he has definitely had an impact on this game. He's dominated the glass here in the early going. If there's one thing that Plumlee's not very good at, it's boxing out for rebounds, as Ayton now picks off the pass and goes the other way for an and 1. DeAndre Ayton starting to heat up here in the second quarter. Goes to the line for the 3-point play, and he can't complete it though. Plumlee now out the outlet pass to Westbrook. Over to Harden inside, who gets to the basket and scores. Nice play by James Harden. The longtime Westbrook-Harden connection in their 3rd city together. Started off in OKC, then went to Houston, and now once again reunited here in Los Angeles. Suns now with a 1-point lead. Ayton gets inside and scores again. And the hometown kid pushes his numbers up. The Suns shooting a very nice 50% from the field today, while the Clippers are shooting 48. And it's Harden now with the ball. Step back jumper from the right side. No good. Signature Harden step back, unable to find the bottom of the net. As here's Bol now, dribbling it up the court. And gives it up for Goodwin. Suns definitely have the size advantage on the court, but it's going to be a 3-ball that is shot from Josh Okogie, but rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Another offensive board for the big man. Out to Goodwin, drives on Plumlee, step back, jumper is good. Jordan Goodwin with a nice move there. But once again, it was up to DeAndre Ayton with his second chance rebound that really gave that possession for the Suns. On the other end, Leonard from mid-range, in and out. Rattles around the rim, Goodwin with the rebound. Pushes it up the floor, spins off of Plumlee, finds an inside Ayton, who continues to wreak havoc inside. A 7-point lead now here for the Suns, and Ayton's getting the hometown crowd fired up. Have yourself a second quarter, big man. Clippers got to try to answer back on offense. Here's Westbrook with the ball. Paul George is currently in takeover mode, mind you, and very odd because he has not touched the ball since entering it. So very interesting call there. As instead it's going to be Harden for a long 2, and he does connect. It's James Harden with 6 points here on the night, 50% shooting from the former NBA MVP. He now sets a screen on Harden. Beal spins mid-range at the free throw line and a little bit left. Rebounded by George. This time he's going to take it up the court himself. Bradley Beal's only 3 for 9 from the field. George pulls it back, try to get inside, nothing there. He's currently now out of takeover mode, but that's not going to stop him from getting to the basket and scoring for 2. Just a quick first step for Paul George, who has 17 points tonight, 11 of those coming here in the second quarter. Cuts the lead now down to 3. Ayton inside, now banging down low on Plumlee, who swats DeAndre Ayton. Spin move doesn't work. Instead, Harden with a nice hustle rebound. Dribbles it up on the other side. Dishes it over now to Westbrook. Trying to take his man isolation. Now dribbles to the top of the key. Over to Leonard. Off of the screen. Gets his man in the air. Leonard drives past him. Gets to the hoop and scores the 2. Nice play by Kawhi Leonard. And he cuts the lead now down to 1 point. 50-49. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. And a very contested basketball game to say the least. As Okogie off of the screen for Bol. Inside. Too strong with a hook. Rebounded by Leonard. Now pushing it the other way. Drives inside, swings it around to Westbrook. Thought about the jumper. Instead, resets now for Leonard. He draws a double. That leaves a wide open George in the corner, and the Suns got lucky. Paul George misses a wide open three, as that could have given the Clippers the lead. Now over to Goodwin at the three-point line. It's a screen from Ayton. Bites through it, does Leonard. Now lobs it up for DeAndre Ayton, who can't finish. Just a little bit offline. That is a tough look. Instead, now here come the Clippers. Westbrook with it over to James Harden. Still only down by a point. Screen right side from Plumlee. Harden, long two. No, off of the back iron. Rebounded by the Suns. Okogie pushes it up the court. He meets Paul George. Pulls it back. Gives it to Beal. Bradley Beal gets a screen from Ayton. Harden steps through it. Nice bounce pass inside for Ayton, who slams it home, and the Clippers will call timeouts. And that'll take us to the end of the first half, where we're all knotted up at 55. One of these teams will move on. One of them will go home. We'll have to find out who will be in the second half. Just 24 minutes of basketball left to decide who will get the 8th seed out in the West, and is currently still at square one. Ayton leads all performers with 18 points and 8 rebounds, while George leads his squad with 17. As we start the second half, it is the Suns starting off here with the basketball, all knotted up at 55 apiece. Durant on the first possession, works on Kawhi, gets to the basket a little bit offline. Leonard has played some very good defense on Durant here tonight, but Kevin Durant still very efficient in the scoring department. He is in the double figures. As here's Westbrook with it. First possession of the day on the second half for the Clippers. Is this George banging inside, but he misses a little wide left. Got good positioning there, but unable to finish. As now on the other end, DeAndre Ayton with it. Inside for Durant, a little bit of miscommunication, as that leaves KD wide open underneath the paint. George and Leonard not on the same page there, is now the 14-time All-Star. KD, who is named to it this year. What a career it has been for the Durantula. He's currently guarding Leonard on the other end. Leonard banging down low on Durant, trying to back his way inside. Gets some airbornes. Off the back foot, is no good. Tough look there by Leonard. As now Bradley Beal pushes it up the court. Over to KD, who drives by Leonard. Fours a mid-range two. It's off the mark, but again, Ayton gets the rebound. Second chance for Durant, and he doesn't miss this time. KD with a long two-pointer. Once again, second chance points offered because of a rebound from DeAndre Ayton. Plumlee has gotten smoked, to say the least, by Ayton down low. Now it's George down low. Size mismatch. Gets his positioning inside, but he can't finish with the left hand. He had the positioning and the advantage over Okogie, but couldn't score. On the other end, Beal for three. No, that's not online. Plumlee this time does get the rebound. Passes it up to Harden. Resets at the top of the key for George, who has 17 points on the night. Screen left side. PG-13 to the basket. Gives it up for Plumlee. Dribbles it into some trouble. Has to give it up to Westbrook. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Russell trying to create some space. Now 2 seconds. James Harden has to throw it up at the buzzer, and he hits. You can always rely on James Harden to hit the tough shot when need be. And the former 76er does it again. It cuts the lead back down to 2. Now Bradley Beal with it, trying to isolate Harden. Gets some positioning left side, gets to the basket. Tough shot, no good. Good defense by James Harden, who has played very well on that side of the ball since coming to Los Angeles. On the other end, Westbrook thought about a three, but hasn't been efficient from that spot tonight. Wisely passes the ball to George. He gets a screen, cuts inside. It's a tough layup, but is unable to kiss it off the glass. This is now rebounded by the Phoenix Suns. George 5 for 12 shooting tonight. 7 rebounds, 17 points for him. Here's the leading scorer for the Suns, Ayton. Backs in on Plumlee. Nice positioning by the big man. Tough defense here on Ayton. But Ayton gets to the basket and scores anyway. Plumlee had great defense there on DeAndre Ayton, but sometimes the best offense beats the best defense. Back to a 4-point game. So that was George backing down inside. Over to Leonard. Pulls from the free throw line. A little bit left again. Ayton with the rebound. He's in the double figures in that category, as Phoenix has out-rebounded Los Angeles here tonight. Loose ball picked up, though, by James Harden. Good defense by the Clippers to poke that one away. Alley-oop for George, and he slams it down with 2 hands. Harden to George connection with the reverse slam. And that'll cut the lead back down to 2. Wish we could have seen more of James Harden and Paul George this year, but I'm glad we get to see it down the stretch. Durant on the other end gets inside, and he scores. And the 2014 NBA MVP is starting to get his points here in the third quarter. Once again, we're back to a 4-point game as Westbrook with the basketball. Drives right side, hop step, gives it up for Leonard. Drive left side on Durant. Cannot. Over to Harden in the corner. Here comes the screen from Plumlee. Long 2 for Harden, and he connects again. A long jumper for James Harden, and it's no problem. The Beard up to 14 points here on the evening. Now Beal with it. Trying to drive on Harden. Good defense again here by Harden. Plumlee is in to help. But a nice behind-the-head pass to DeAndre Ayton. And that officially puts Ayton in takeover mode, as he is just really had himself a night. 7.5 to go here in the third quarter. Westbrook currently with it. Tries to drive inside on Goodwin. Just backs it up a little bit. Crossover left side, mid-range 2 for him, and he's off the mark. Rebounded by Okogie. He gives it up to Durant, who pulls the long 2-pointer, and it's good. The Suns back out to a 6-point lead as they finally get past that 4-point lead that they've had for most of the night. There's the Clippers now on the other end. Westbrook again with the basketball, trying to facilitate. Gives it over to Leonard, but it's tipped away from Durant. Good defense by KD as that forces another Clippers turnover. Now with a chance to add to the lead. It's Okogie. Gets a screen from Ayton. Inside for the big man, and he's going to get fouled at the rim. We'll go a little bit later here in the third quarter. About a minute has passed by. It's now a 5-point lead here for the Suns. And Bradley Beal over to Durant for 3, and he's off the mark. And KD is currently down. He is grasping at his right knee. Batum will finish on the other end, but this could be bad news for the Suns. You hate to see that for Kevin Durant, as that doesn't look good. We'll go to the end of the third quarter as the Footprint Center has gone quiet. You can see KD in the hoodie. He will not return to this game. Early diagnosis is a twisted right knee. We go into the fourth quarter now. A 3-point Suns lead. Make it a 1-point game as there is a leadoff by Paul George on the layup. And this one has 6 minutes left to play. Somebody's got to get to the playoffs, and Bradley Beal's going to try to help it. What a lob, what a pass, what a dunk between Goodwin and Beal. And Bradley Beal has taken the fourth quarter into his own hands. He's currently in takeover mode. Second and the third quarter was led by 8 in the fourth quarter. Ever since KD went down, it's been all Bradley Beal. He continues to terrorize the Los Angeles Clippers. 8 seconds on the shot clock. George currently with it. 5 seconds now, being guarded by Beal. Trying to get Leonard on the low block. He draws a double. Gives it up to Westbrook. Straight away for 3. No good. Tough shot there by Westbrook. Leonard drew the double. Trusted Westbrook, but he couldn't finish. Meanwhile, the other end, Beal finishes with a tough shot over the hands of both Leonard and Paul George. And the former Washington Wizard, longtime Wizard, is currently helping the Phoenix Suns. A 5-point lead. Leonard from the mid-range. Tough shot, no. Rattles around the rim. A good win with the rebounds. Pushes it up to Beal, who drives right by George to the rack. Bradley Beal cannot be stopped. A 7-point lead here for the Suns with 5 minutes left to go. The Clippers got to start to slow down Bradley Beal, or it might be too little too late. Leonard gets a screen left side from Covington. Dishes it up for Big Cove. From 3. No good. Rebounded by 8. And another missed shot here for the Clippers, who have gone cold. Ayton runs into Leonard. Gives it up for the man with the hot hand, Bradley Beal. Guarded by George. Actually draws a double team. There's going to be a foul there. And with 7 points left to go, the Suns call a timeout. And it is now a 14-point game. I wish this one would be closer, but Bradley Beal could not be stopped. Now there's only a minute left here in the Clippers season. Currently down by 14 points. And it looks like this train has run out of steam. Ayton is now currently again in takeover mode, just absolutely bodying Plumlee out the way like he's not even there. And he finishes with the right hand. Suns just continue to be overly physical. Ayton has 33 points. He has gotten the best of Plumlee down low. And now there's less than a minute left to go in the Clippers season. Harden gives it to Westbrook down low on the post. Gets nice positioning. He goes up with the right hand, gets 2 points. That'll help. But this one is over. This Clippers season is going to come to an end here. The Suns look like they're going to grab the 8th seed. And what a matchup it has been. Ayton again gets inside and finishes. Plumlee has just been overmatched this game, overwhelmed. Ever since Durant went down, Beal and Ayton have stepped up. There's been no answer for the Clippers here. Currently down by 16 points. Harden's just going to throw up a 3. It'll be good, so the Clippers will pass the century mark. But with 15.6 seconds left to go, the shot clock is off, which means the Suns are going to dribble this one out. And the Clippers will be eliminated from the play-in tournament and will go home while the Suns will move on to face the Grizzlies. Final score, 114-101. And we get to look forward to the offseason as the Suns will move on. Tough way to end the year. These Clippers, they fought hard to end the regular season. Like I said earlier, won 12 of their past 13 games. They were at one point 29-40 and into the year 41-41 and somehow made it to the play-in tournament. So you got to give them fight. But overall, just a little bit underwhelming, man. I thought this Clippers team could make some noise in the playoffs, and we get knocked out in the play-in tournament. Excited and interesting to see what this team does in the offseason. It's going to be a new era for the Los Angeles Clippers. They're moving to a new stadium. But all three of our top stars, George, Leonard, and Harden, are free agents. So what will the Clippers do in the offseason? We'll have to wait to find out. But there we are, eliminated. Meanwhile, in the East, the Bucks will get the 8th seed. The 10 seed Bucks end up making it to the playoffs 120-97 over the Pistons as they continue on, and they'll get Antetokounmpo back in the next couple of weeks. But here is your official playoff bracket. In the West, it'll be the Grizzlies and the Suns, the Warriors and the Thunder, the Kings and the Pelicans, and the Lakers and the Timberwolves. While on the East, it'll be the 76ers and the Bucks, the Hawks and the Cavs, Bulls and the Raptors, and the Heat and the Knicks. Next episode, we'll officially recap year number 1 here in the series and find out who makes it to the NBA Finals before getting to the offseason. Season might have ended, but the series is not over as we look towards the future for these Los Angeles Clippers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed Clippers Week here. I just kind of wanted to get through year number 1 as quick as possible and just kind of get to the offseason. The NFL Draft in the Commander Series will be tomorrow, so you don't want to miss it. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more basketball content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.